Hey, what's going on, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whatever you identify as? I won't call you what you want. Today, I'm gonna be. This is a new episode of Toby Talks, a different part of it. I'm gonna be doing a story time. Uh, it's gonna be a story time about the time I almost got kidnapped. So I don't think I've told anyone this story because it's kind of embarrassing. It was like my first year of high school. I was still pretty short. I actually grew within a few years from freshman year to my last year of high school. Uh, I was I was pretty short. I think I was only around like 5'2" at that time, and then I grew, of course. So it was obviously started off pretty normal. I was chilling, um, on my way to school on that morning. And I had I'm sorry, I'm gonna be saying a lot because I'm trying to remember the story. So it was a freshman year. This was my first year. And I had this was before I had transferred because I had transferred schools after my freshman year. So I went to school like normal. Um, I had to take the train to get there. So I took the bus to the train to get there. I went through all my days like usual. I'm pretty sure that day I hung out with my friend. Uh, and then I got back on the train like usual. I went to get some food. Um, then I went on the bus. But for some reason, I had gotten off a stop before my stop. It wasn't exactly a stop, but I had gotten off a few stops before my stop. I just felt like walking, and I hadn't realized that there was like three dudes who got off the bus after me. Like, I guess they were watching me. You know how you got that feeling like someone's watching you? I try to ignore that because, like, if somebody's watching me, I don't want to draw more attention towards myself by looking at them and making it obvious that I know that they're watching me. So I'll usually try to ignore that, like, kind of like sixth sense of somebody, like, burning their eyes into the side of my head or the back of my head. And I'll just usually just sit there and ignore it. So today, that day, I almost said today, that day I was doing that. I got off the bus, and I'm not paying attention to the people getting off the bus behind me because, people get off the bus. It happens. Like, I wasn't paying attention to the people getting off the bus. And I got off the bus, and I'm walking, and like a block down, I start hearing like harder steps. So I'm guessing they had gotten closer because I didn't really hear anything before. And I could see like somebody's shadow like covering my shadow because the sun was behind me at this point. And this dude, he's like I said, I was super short. So this dude grabs me. He like picks me up and like brings my head below his chin so I can't like headbutt him to try and escape. But like I said, I was short, and this dude's taller than me. So all I did, I wouldn't advise trying to do this in case you're like the same height as the person that tries to kidnap you, or like, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't advise trying to do this. But what I had did was I kicked him in his crotch. I brung. Well, at first I started swinging my legs, and then I stopped and like kicked back, like completely kicked back into the middle of this man's crotch. And I know that hurts because I've been kicked in the crotch before. That is a hell of a pain, bro. If I say anything hurts, it's getting the wind knocked out of you and getting kicked in the crotch. Those are the top two highest pains that I've ever experienced. Um, so I hit him full on, started sprinting. Uh, started sprinting, and I made a right. Wasn't gonna go like straight to my house because I don't want these dudes to know where I live. So I don't sprint. I'm not a sprinter, but I was sprinting, and yeah, I had ran like a block, across the street. A car zoomed behind me, and it was like I saw this like brownish, tan-ish, like a brownish tan house. I don't know what I was thinking, but like it's like this brownish tanish house, and I'm running from these dudes, and it's like I hopped the fence, not realizing there was like a dog. But I had heard the like when I hopped the fence, I heard like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like when you hear chain jingling, or like, well, it was a dog collar. Like that's what I had heard. I heard a dog collar shaking. It turned to look at it, and then, bro, that just put more force in me. So I'm on the side of the house, and I guess one of them had jumped the fence behind me, but yeah, I guess one of them had jumped the fence behind me because I just heard like the dog like pulling on something. Like, I don't know if anybody has a dog, anybody watching this, but you know how like if you're playing tug of war with your dog or trying to pull something from the dog, you can hear like growling and trying to pull. Like I heard that, and the dude's like, I turned around and dude's like holding the dog's head, and his friend can't get around him because it's not a big way between the fence that's around this house and the house. Somebody comes outside, and I see this dude get macked. It's funny because like I've never seen anything like that before. Like, come outside. This dude, I mean, the dude comes outside. Whoever owns his house. I couldn't see if it was a guy or girl, or male or female, cause I literally just couldn't see them. They punched the person. I ran because I'm like, there's no way this person is gonna be like, nice, right? I'm running. I don't even know where I was. So I ran back. Luckily the dudes weren't there. I ran back, and then I what was I saying? I ran back, and I was looking like back and forth to make sure the dudes weren't over there. I'm sorry. I'm like, this is kind of hurting me to like recollect the story because I could have got kidnapped. Like thinking about it, I could have gotten kidnapped more than once, but this is the one that really sticks out to me as a story. I ran back to the bus stop. I like retraced my step back to the bus stop and walked. Dumbass, ran home, right? I don't really remember what happened after that. Like when I got to the house, but I remember everything else. Like I don't think anything seriously happened. Like besides, yeah, I got in the house. Besides like me going to bed, I think that day I had went to bed early because it was like, yo, Everything's just racing in my head. Like, I don't mean to keep taking pauses, but like, just like then, everything's just racing in my head. I'm like, dang. That was pure luck. If I wasn't like 5 foot nothing, if I wasn't like 5 foot nothing that day, I would have gotten kidnapped. Because I would not have been able to kick that dude in his crotch. Like, seriously. That's crazy. With that being said, I might do another one of these story time. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Comment down if you want more story times. What specific, if you have a specific story that you want to know, like, I have a bunch of stories. Like, I have stories telling just about anything. And I hope you guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, people who identify as anything, and I won't call you what you don't identify as, because that's just rude. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later. Hope you enjoy your morning, afternoon, or night, whatever time you're watching this. See you in the next one.